than that dark form.
No, not that.
Yeah.
That's American.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I was like,
That. It's a bit more like, it sounds more like a D sound or the TH. Yeah, Americans are just a little bit harsher on their vowels. They're a lot more clearer. British accents are always just sort of swallowing their vowels somehow. Just a very subtle thing.
Hola, ¿qué tal, futuros políglotas? Vamos a ponernos un reto personal. Para los que llevan ya rato viendo mi canal, saben que mi inglés suena como más americano que otra cosa, porque aprendí con inglés de Estados Unidos. Quiero ver si puedo cambiar mi acento a británico con la ayuda de nativos. Quiero a alguien con acento británico, de preferencia de Londres. Si se preguntan por qué Londres, es porque lo que vamos a hacer el día de hoy es intentar leer este fragmento de la novela del sabueso de los Baskerville de Arthur Conan Doyle, una de mis novelas favoritas definitivamente, del mítico, ya saben, personaje de Sherlock Holmes, británico al 100%, entonces yo quiero poder leer esto con acento británico. Esas son las reglas. Voy a tener 3 tutorías de 20 minutos con 3 profesores distintos, todos nativos de Reino Unido, y voy a intentar que sean muy específicamente nativos de inglés británico de Londres. Eso va a reducir mucho mi búsqueda, pero estoy seguro que voy a encontrar al menos 1 o 2 que cumplan con eso. Para que no sospechen, voy a apagar las luces de acá para que no se vea esto como obviamente un canal de YouTube. Si me preguntan o algo así, pues no voy a mentir, sentiría feo estarles diciendo no, bro, para nada, esto no es un canal de YouTube. Decidí llevar este reto a cabo en la plataforma de Cambly debido a que puedes filtrar a los profesores por el acento de inglés que tengan. Como es una plataforma dedicada específicamente al aprendizaje y enseñanza del inglés, pues es más fácil encontrar un profesor que se adapte a tu necesidad en el idioma inglés. Y creo que esto es lo que más me gusta de Cambly, que puedes filtrar al profesor por un montón de cosas. Por el examen que quieres pasar de certificación, el IELTS, el TOEFL, por ejemplo. A lo mejor quieres hacer una entrevista, a lo mejor eres ingeniero, hablas de finanzas, o en mi caso, por ejemplo, estoy buscando a un profesor con un acento británico. Entonces, al darle acento británico me va a filtrar a los profesores por ese acento, que ya ves que es para que funcione este reto. Y por cierto, no creas que Cambly es nada más para gente experta o que ya sabe inglés o algo así. No, para nada. También puedes filtrar por el nivel de la lección. O sea que, por ejemplo, si vienes empezando y quieres hablar con alguien que sepa que eres principiante, literalmente puedes elegir nivel de la lección principiante para hablar con gente que está especializada en platicar con principiantes. Y como Cambly es el patrocinador de este video, les voy a dejar aquí arriba un código que pueden meter en el link abajo en la descripción y en el primer comentario fijado para que les den el 50% en las clases con nativos como los que les acabo de enseñar y como los que van a ver en este reto que me voy a autoinfligir porque al parecer me odio a mí mismo. Invierte en ti y aprovecha este descuento del 50% que nos está ofreciendo Cambly en este mes de agosto solamente. Y no nada más ahorita, sino que nada más por 72 horas desde la publicación de este video. Así que corre, por favor, apúrate y no desaproveches esta gran oportunidad. Link abajo en la descripción. ¿Qué te parece si empezamos leyendo esto? Primero lo voy a leer como mi acento normal, como mi inglés suena así normalmente. Después voy a hacerte la pobre imitación que puedo hacer de inglés británico. Y vamos a comparar luego esa imitación que tengo en este momento de inglés británico con supuestamente mi inglés ya británico bien, aunque no sé qué tanto pueda mejorar realmente en una hora, pero de eso se trata este reto, ¿verdad? Así sería yo leyéndolo esto normal. A hound it was, an enormous coal black hound, but not such a hound as mortal eyes have ever seen. Fire burst from its open mouth, its eyes glowed with a smoldering glare. Its muzzle and hackles and dewlap were outlined in flickering flame. Never in the delirious dream of a disordered brain could anything more savage, more appalling, more hellish be conceived than that dark form and savage face which broke upon us out of the wall of fog. Ok, así es como yo lo leería normalmente. Ahora, este soy yo, se supone que leyéndolo como británico, ¿va? A hound it was, an enormous cold black hound. But not such a hound as mortal eyes have ever seen. Fire burst from its open mouth. Its eyes glowed with a smoldering glare. Its muzzle and hackles and dewlap were outlined in flickering flame. Never in the delirious dream of disordered brain could anything more savage, more appalling, more hellish be conceived than that dark form and savage face which broke upon us out of the wall of fog. Es terrible, yo sé, perdón, pero justamente por eso lo quiero hacer, porque cuando haces esto, es como cuando eres mexicano e intentas hacer el acento de España, obviamente suena gracioso y los españoles dicen, oye, tío, pero es que eso no suena nada como nosotros. Bueno, lo siento, España, perdón, es que era un ejemplo, no me maten, no me cancelen. Pero es así como de ridículo como suena intentando hacer el acento de España, así de seguramente suena con el acento británico. Entonces, ese es todo el concepto. Va, ok, entonces, ¿qué les parece si vamos de una vez con el primer profesor a ver qué nos puede decir? ¿Va?
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you very much. How are you, Catherine?
Yes, good. Where are you calling from?
I'm from Mexico.
Hey, nice. Yeah, I'm from London.
Yeah, that's what I click on your profile.
Your English is really good. So did you want to just work on your accent?
Yes, actually, yeah. I want to sound as British as possible. I know it sounds dumb. This is the thing I want to work with.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Awesome.
So,
I was just Googling stuff, but you found something already.
It's a Sherlock Holmes story. Sherlock, you know Sherlock Holmes, right? This has to sound British. It sounds off when I read it with my American accent. So,
wow.
So I was...
You know what? I would say that you have quite a neutral accent. I wouldn't say you're fully American. Like I would say it is quite neutral. It's not like a full-on American accent. I can still hear American.
Sure.
But it's not really, really strong. Are you musical?
I like music, yes.
So when you've got a good ear, you will start to like adjust to the you'll pick up the accent quicker, I think. Yeah, so people good at music are good at accent. Are you planning to come back to England? What makes you want to get a British accent?
It's just for a little challenge, just for fun. That's it.
Awesome. What a dark passage.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll read a sentence and then you read a sentence.
All right, yeah, okay, cool, yeah.
A hound it was, an enormous coal-black hound, but not such a hound as mortal eyes have ever seen.
A hound it was, an enormous coal-black hound, but not such a hound as mortal eyes have ever seen.
Seen, not sin.
Oh, did I say sin? Sin.
Yeah, not
I
sin.
didn't even notice I said that. Oh, it's interesting.
Yeah.
So... A hound it was, an enormous coal-black hound, but not such a hound as mortal eyes have ever seen. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fire burst from its open mouth. Its eyes glowed with a smouldering glare. Its muzzle and hackles and dewlap. Sorry, I'm going to have to Google that one. A flap of skin that hangs beneath the lower jaw. I think it's like this.
I don't have a double chin. I have a dewlap. There you go. Awesome. Fire burst from its open mouth. Its eyes glowed with a smoldering glare. Its muzzle and hackles and dewlap were outlined in flickering flame.
Good. That was good.
Yeah. Any observations there?
The slightly were.
Were.
I think you said like where.
I said were. Oh, like were. Sound. Right. Were. Its muzzle and hackles and dewlap were outlined in flickering flame.
I don't hear any American accent at all. When you're speaking with the English, I'm hearing a little bit more of the Spanish.
That's really interesting. It's probably because I'm trying so hard to sound.
Because you're trying, yeah.
So my normal Mexican accent comes out probably because I'm trying to make up for the fact that I don't know what I'm supposed to sound like, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's why.
Okay. When you're doing it, you're just imagining like the Queen or something, isn't it? Like, I mean, the Queen is too much. Well, the Queen's not alive anymore, but that's too much. The royal family is a little bit too much. Never in the delirious dream of a disordered brain could anything more savage, more appalling, more hellish be conceived than that dark form and savage face which broke upon us out of the wall of fog. That is a very long sentence.
Yeah. Never in the delirious dream of a disordered brain could anything more savage. I feel so fake whenever I said never. I feel like I'm making fun of someone.
Yeah, you know? I heard that you emphasized it. I heard you were uncomfortable, but you were actually fine. I heard that you felt uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You were like, never.
Never in the delirious dream of a disordered brain could anything more savage. Okay.
That's perfect.
All right.
Disordered brain.
Perfect.
Say disordered again. Disordered.
Disordered.
It's the dirt. It's the dirt. Disordered. Dirt. Okay, say disordered again.
Disordered.
Okay, it's not disordered, not the T. It's this. I'm being very picky.
I want you to be that. That's totally fine. Yeah.
Disordered.
Yeah.
Disordered.
I think I get it. Disordered.
Disordered.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Disordered.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I did say disordered, didn't I? Yeah.
It's the T.
Yeah.
No T.
More hellish be conceived than that dark form and savage face which broke upon us out of the wall of fog.
Wall. No, it's a wall.
Wall. I said wall. Wall. Yeah, wall. Okay.
Wall. Yeah, it's not easy, is it?
Yeah.
So Americans will say wall.
Yeah, wall.
And then we say wall. It's on the wall.
Wall. Okay. Wall. Yeah. Is that okay? Wall.
Yeah, wall. Yeah.
All right. Perfect. Broke upon us out of the wall of fog.
Wall of fog.
Wall of fog.
I think it's the shape of your mouth. I think
wall of fog.
Some things are wall. Yeah, it's like
wall. Wall. Okay.
Wall of fog. Yeah, it's good.
It's funny how you as a native speaker probably don't realize what you're doing, right?
I know.
You have to kind of think about it. It's like, oh yeah, I'm doing this thing and that thing. Catherine,
I think I learned.
Thank you very much. I think the time is up. Thank you very much. Thank you. Algo muy curioso y que no pensé que pudiera suceder pasó con el segundo tutor, y es que cuando le comenté lo que quería hacer, bueno, mira su reacción.
What is the point of it? I've had over 10,000 chats here on Cambly, and I've met all sorts of different people with different kinds of priorities and so on. The effort involved in this cost-benefit is very low, very, very low. What benefit would it be compared to actually learning the language and having the correct syntax and sentence structure? And I'm not talking about grammar here. I'm just talking about the way words are put.
Y por cierto, estoy completamente de acuerdo con él. Pero ¿sabes qué? Dejaré que él lo explique en sus propias palabras. Si prefieres regresar a de lo que se trata este reto y no recibir un agrio trago de realidad sobre gente que dice que aprende un idioma en meses o que quiere tener un acento específico, sáltate al minuto que ves arriba a la derecha.
As a native speaker, it bothers me less the melody of the way words are pronounced than whether they are correctly pronounced. Let me read this completely incorrectly before you read it.
Sure.
Like a hund, it was, a hund, it was, an enormous coral black hound have ever said. How does that sound?
Yeah, that's pretty annoying.
It all comes down to you hear me speaking and you understand what I'm saying and you're not confused about the words I'm saying. Some people want to speak with a British accent or jolly good.
Yeah.
It's an identifier. Where do you come from, basically? It's kind of a tribal thing. So I'm speaking with an Irish accent. What's the crack and so on. You're doing this and that. If you start making mistakes in sentence structure and so on, it's like something fake. There's something fake about this.
It sounds like if they are making fun of that accent or that people.
It could actually. Someone from Chile or Argentina or somebody from Uruguay or Panama or Cuba. They'll probably be speaking in different ways, speaking Spanish in different ways and using different expressions. You would accept it, right? You wouldn't ¿por qué hablas así? No se dice eso. Se dice, hablamos así. Or something like that. On the internet, we have got a lot of clickbait, like, learn Spanish in 3 months, which is all nonsense, which is all complete and utter nonsense. I mean, it takes time and it takes practice. And it doesn't have to be work. I mean, if we can find that spark within ourselves, that reason why we enjoy the journey, immediately it becomes easier. It becomes easier because we want to do more of it. We want to listen to more things in this language, and we're not worried too much about every single word. Just like a child. picks up the sound system of the area in which it is living. If we spend as much time with the British accent, then as long as we are trying to imitate like a parrot does and try and make those sounds with our mouths, it can be done, definitely. But there is a process.
People who are subscribed to my channel are going to think that I paid you to say that, because that's the exact message of my channel. Like, really.
Guys, I'm not being paid for this. I'm a tutor on Cambly.
I think they just fool people into thinking they could do that. And they feel really bad when they don't achieve it, right? Because they see this person doing it, and they're like, oh, this guy did it in 3 months. I must be stupid.
Anybody can make a video.
Yep.
And script a video and just be reading stuff, or like act a scenario and it seems as if they are speaking the language. But if you go deeper and ask another question, unscripted question, suddenly it'll be like, ¿qué has dicho? No comprendo. Or something like, cut.
Yeah, they are really going to think this whole thing is set up. They will not believe I'm just talking to a random person on the internet who happens to know about language learning. Guys, this is how it is. Okay, this is just how it is. Like, and I'm so glad you're a native speaker who says that, because some people think, oh, it's just you, like, thinking that that's not possible. These guys are very smart, or they have a different methods. Like, no, it's just not possible. Man, Martin, thank you very much. I should have asked first, but is it okay if I add you to the video? It would be so good for the video. Like, this whole thing was amazing. Is that cool with you?
That's okay. No worries. I mean, like, if it advances language learning, I'm okay with that. Because this is what I am passionate about, and there's so many myths out there. There's so many myths.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Martin. Este último tutor fue muy paciente, amigable y bastante atento. De hecho, con él me di cuenta que cometo los errores no tanto por pronunciación, sino que tengo algún problema al leer estas palabras, porque muchas de las observaciones que me hizo fueron las mismas que me hizo la primer tutora. Y con él sí le admití desde el inicio que tenía un canal de YouTube para que se sintiera un poquito más en confianza. I have to make a confession, by the way. I do have a YouTube channel about languages.
I thought you might.
Yeah.
The video is too good.
Yeah.
Cool. I need a Spanish teacher, actually.
Oh.
I speak a bit of Spanish.
Oh, awesome.
I learned my Spanish in Venezuela. Oh, you're going to make a video?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hang on.
I'm trying to read this. It's from The Hound of the Baskervilles by Conan Doyle.
Oh, of course. I think it's better to acquire an accent naturally. Let's begin.
Sure.
First sentence. A hound it was. An enormous coal-black hound, but not such a hound as mortal eyes have ever seen.
Okay, I'll try that now. A hound it was, an enormous coal-black hound, but not such a hound as mortal eyes have ever seen.
Okay, the only slightly American word is seen. Seen.
Oh.
Seen.
What did I say?
Seen. Don't know. I can't identify exactly what it is.
Can you say it for me?
Seen. I would say seen.
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 Okay.
Seen.
That's funny. Clearly I have a problem there, because the last tutor also told me you have a problem with seeing. You're saying sin or something.
It's a very, like seen.
Yeah.
It's got a slight American twang to it.
Its muzzle and hackles and dewlap were outlined in flickering flame.
Okay. It's actually interesting. The word were,
yeah,
it was a British accent, but it sounded almost like a northern British, like Liverpool or Manchester.
Okay. Oh, I said where, right?
Like where?
So I was traveling throughout the whole UK with that sentence.
Yeah,
okay.
you went north.
Okay.
And then flickering, kind of you stumbled.
Flickering.
It might have just been.
Oh, you say flickering, right? Flickering. I say flickering. It's like I don't pronounce the E there. I see.
I think the key to a good British accent is the schwa sound. Yeah, and the R sound as well, right? Americans hit their R's really hard.
A lot.
Flicker.
Yeah.
You say flicker. Yeah. Okay, next sentence.
Yep. Por ejemplo, ahora ya no me costó tanto la palabra wall, sino que ahora me costó decir fog, que lo decía mal, which broke upon us out of the wall of fog.
Fog. Wall of fog. Wall of fog.
Wall of fog. Is that better? You know what? That was so much easier because I saw your mouth. I said, oh, that's not a no.
Wall of fog.
Yeah, wall of fog. There you go. Is that's it, right? I think I got it. Then dot that.
No, not that.
Yeah.
That's American.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I was like,
Sounds a bit more like a bit American to me. Like that. It's a bit more like, it sounds more like a D sound or the TH. Yeah, Americans are just a little bit harsher on their vowels. They're a little more clearer to my ear. British accents are always just sort of swallowing their vowels somehow. Just a very subtle thing.
Yes.
It's very hard to pinpoint. Yeah, it's a little tricky.
Yeah.
For sure. But very well done.
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
Also,
Good
Anthony, thank you very much, Anthony. Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Ok, entonces ahora sí vamos a ver si podemos al fin leer esto de la manera más British posible. Vamos a ver si ya tenemos ese acento británico. A ver qué tal nos va. A hound it was. An enormous... Espera, a ver, empezamos de nuevo. A hound it was. An enormous coal black hound. But not such a hound as mortal eyes have ever seen. Fire burst from its open mouth. Its eyes glow with a smoldering glare. Its muzzle and hackles and dewlap were outlined in flickering flame. Never in the delirious dream of a disordered brain could anything more savage, more appalling, more hellish be conceived than that dark form and savage face which broke upon us out of the wall of fog. Creo que me sigue saliendo mal lo de than that. Conceived than that dark form. Pero creo que estuvo mucho mejor que como lo leí al principio del video. ¿Creen que sí? ¿Creen que no? Díganme abajo en los comentarios. Yo creo que lo hice bastante bien. Ya teníamos rato, ¿verdad? Sin un reto aquí en el canal. ¿Qué les parece si les pongo uno ahora mismo? Y ahora, futuros políglotas, aquí les va mi reto. Si yo sufrí, también ustedes. Los quiero involucrar en esto de hacer nuestro acento. A pesar de que, como ya vieron, algunos nativos ni siquiera están de acuerdo en que eso valga la pena, bueno, pero aquí lo vamos a hacer por diversión. Voy a regalar una mentoría a la persona que mejor haga esto, pero grabado en video. Ahora, tienes que grabarte haciendo esto mismo que acabo de hacer, leyéndolo de la mejor manera posible, y yo te voy a evaluar personalmente. El video tiene que ser subido aquí en la plataforma de YouTube. Para participar, tienes que estar registrado en el Discord, y además en la parte izquierda del menú del canal de Discord de Mr. Salas, busca la sección que diga retos del canal de Mr. Salas, y ahí, por favor, una breve descripción de quién eres, por qué estás entrando al concurso y el video tal cual, para que yo lo evalúe en un en vivo que vamos a hacer muy pronto. Si llegaste aquí del futuro y ya pasó esto y esto ya no pudiste entrar, no te preocupes, pienso hacer cosas así también a futuro, y en caso de que quieras ver el resultado de este reto, te lo voy a dejar aquí arribita a la izquierda y abajo en la descripción una vez que ya haya sucedido. ¿Va? Perfecto. Class dismissed.